All right, let's dive right in. In this explainer, we're going to get our hands dirty with the OpenTelemetry Collector. We're not just talking theory here. We're actually going to build a real, practical pipeline, one that connects two absolute giants in the observability world, Prometheus for our metrics and Jaeger for our traces. So let's get to it.
Okay, so picture this. You've done the hard work, you've instrumented your application. It's pumping out all this incredibly valuable telemetry data. Metrics, logs, traces, the whole shebang. But that actually creates a new headache, doesn't it? All that data is scattered everywhere, speaking different languages and flying off in a dozen different directions. How are you supposed to keep track of all that?
What you really want is a central hub. A single unified pipeline that can grab all this data, make sense of it, process it, and then shoot it off exactly where it needs to go. It's like a universal translator and a super smart router for all your observability signals, all rolled into one. And that is exactly what we are going to build together in this explainer. We'll be using the OpenTelemetry Collector to create that powerful, vendor-neutral pipeline right from scratch. And by the time we're done, you're going to have a fully functional setup that's ready to rock.
First things first, let's really get our heads around the core idea behind the collector and see how it acts as our central pipeline. The entire logic, the whole magic of the OTel Collector really just boils down to this simple three-step flow. I want you to think of it like a smart post office. Data comes in through receivers, it gets sorted and stamped by processors, and then it's sent out to its final destination through exporters. Receivers, processors, exporters. That's it. Let's break each of those down. First up, we've got receivers. This is basically the front door to our pipeline. A receiver is set up to accept data in a very specific format. So you can have one that's just listening for the standard OpenTelemetry protocol, or OTLP, and right next to it, have another one that's actively going out and scraping metrics from a Prometheus endpoint. They're the entry points. So once the data is inside, it moves on to the processors. Now, this is where the really cool stuff happens. Imagine you've got a noisy health check creating thousands of traces you just don't care about. Well, a processor can filter all that junk out before it ever gets sent, which saves you a ton in storage costs and makes finding the real issues so much easier. You can also add extra info or batch little bits of data together to send them more efficiently. It's how you clean up and organize your telemetry on the fly. And finally, exporters. This is the outdoor of our pipeline. An exporter takes all that nicely processed data and sends it to your backend, whatever that may be. This is the component that gives you the superpower of being vendor neutral. You can send traces to Jaeger and metrics to Prometheus from the very same pipeline. You could even send the same data to multiple backends at once if you're migrating or just want to compare them. It gives you total freedom. All right, theory is great, but let's see how these concepts actually look in a real-world config file. We're going to go from the abstract ideas to the concrete YAML. So if you crack open a standard OTel Collector config file, you're going to see some familiar faces. Our three core components are right there at the top level: receivers, processors, and exporters. And then there's that fourth, absolutely crucial section, service. This is the part that ties all the pieces together and lets you define your actual pipelines. And this table shows perfectly how that service section works. See, under pipelines, we define a totally separate data flow for each type of signal. You can see we've got a metrics pipeline that grabs data from a Prometheus receiver, pushes it through some batch and memory limiter processors, and then sends it out with a Prometheus exporter. At the exact same time, our traces pipeline is using an OTLP receiver and sending its data over to a Jaeger exporter. It's two distinct parallel assembly lines in one collector. Pretty cool, right? Okay, so we've got the blueprint defined in our config file, but what does that actually look like when things are running? Let's follow a single piece of data on its complete journey, from the second it's born in our app to the moment we see it light up in our dashboards. So the journey starts right here. Inside your application code, which you've instrumented with an OpenTelemetry SDK, traces and metrics are constantly being generated, telling the story of your app's performance and behavior. This is ground zero for all of our observability data. From the application, that data is sent straight to our collector's front door, the receivers. In our setup, traces are coming in using that standard OTLP format, while our Prometheus receiver is actively reaching out and scraping our application for metrics. At this moment, the data is officially inside our pipeline, ready for the next step. After zipping through any processors we defined, the exporters take over. The Jaeger exporter forwards all that trace data to our Jaeger instance so we can visualize it.
And at the same time, the Prometheus exporter makes all the metric data available on an endpoint that our Prometheus server can scrape. And just like that, the journey is complete.
So we've built a pipeline, and it works. Now let's talk about why this architecture is so incredibly powerful. And we'll cover some best practices for when you're ready to run this thing in the real world.
Let's be real, nothing works perfectly the first time. If you find you've got no data showing up in Jaeger, 9 times out of 10, the cause is just a wrong exporter endpoint in your config. Or if Prometheus is totally empty, double-check that its scrape target is pointing to the correct port on the collector, which in our case would be port 8089. These quick checks can save you hours of headaches. Now, when you're ready to go to production, there are a few key things to keep in mind. For big deployments, you'll want to run the collector in gateway mode as its own scalable service. Always use the batch processor. It seriously improves performance and cuts down on network traffic. And if you're dealing with a fire hose of traces, enabling sampling can drastically slash your storage costs without you losing critical insights. So let's zoom out and look at the big picture. What have we really accomplished here? Well, for one, we've built a vendor-neutral architecture. If you decide tomorrow you want to switch from Jaeger to something else, you just change one line in the collector config, not in all of your application code. This setup is cost-efficient, it's scalable, and it works everywhere, from microservices to serverless. You've literally built the foundation for a modern, future-proof observability strategy. Let's just recap what this whole setup unlocks for you. You can now analyze rich performance metrics because of Prometheus. You can analyze complex distributed traces because of Jaeger. And most importantly, you have a single centralized pipeline to manage everything because of the OpenTelemetry Collector. You now have full-stack observability. So there you have it, a complete end-to-end observability pipeline, all built on open standards. All the pieces are in place, the data is flowing, and the tools are ready for you. The only question left is this. With all this new power at your fingertips, what part of your system are you going to observe first?